is why this issue is complex and contentious. ZTE is known for its smartphones. Its technology powers cell networks around the world. The US says it illegally shipped ZTE, illegally shipped equipment to Iran and North Korea, which in breach of sanctions. And those regimes could use American technology against US interests and their own people. ZTE lied about whether it had punished employees involved. And on top of that, American intelligence says ZTE devices pose a security threat to their users. So that is why the American government cares, or at least part of the American government. It has leverage because Chinese technology is powered by American components, more than a quarter of them by some estimates. What are we talking about? Well, let's just have a look at the list. You've got processors from Qualcomm, storage from SanDisk, glass from Corning, and the Android operating system from Google. American jobs will be affected if ZTE goes under, and the president says he's trying to balance everyone's interests.
As far as ZTE is concerned, the president asked me to look into it, and I am doing that. And don't forget, for the ones that say, oh, gee, maybe Trump is getting a little bit easy, ZTE, we closed it. It wasn't another administration. It was this administration that closed it. It's a phone company, for those that don't know, a very large phone company. But it's also a phone company that buys a large portion of its parts that make up these phones that are sold all over the world from American companies. So when you do that, you're really hurting American companies also. So I'm looking at it, but we were the ones that closed it. It wasn't done by previous administrations. It was done by us.
CNN's congressional correspondent Phil Mattingly is with me. And that's the problem. The president says we were the ones that closed it, but it begs the question, why, if you're only going to reopen it again?
Right, and I think the biggest issue right now, Richard, that you're hearing on Capitol Hill, that you're hearing, frankly, from intelligence officials as well, is that the president, kind of how he views this, the prism through which he views this, and that is as a trade negotiation. Obviously talking about U.S. jobs, talking about how President Xi has repeatedly come to him and personally asked him to address this issue. That is not the prism by which people on Capitol Hill and people in the Intelligence Committee view this issue. They view it as a national security issue, and those are two things that they should believe, trade and national security, should be separate.